All praise to Yahweh Shemel Shah, double lines to your positive. I'm now Allah coming at you with a video. In this video, I was going to go into the topic of like studying. Oh yeah, I want to say this too. I was looking at my videos and I seen like a few days ago it said like I got put up like 2 videos in 11 days, something like that. I had a lot of information on my phone, so I had a bunch of videos on my phone. But what happened was, it was a video that I did and I had to cut like 8 seconds out of the video. And for some reason, in order for me to cut 8 seconds out that video to edit it, I had to like delete like 7,000 megabytes or 6,000 megabytes of like information from my phone. And in the midst of that, I had to delete a lot of videos. And I'm on to deleting, videos that I'm on to delete what I didn't get a chance to upload. And I didn't even realize that until after I deleted it. So select you on that. So I'm like, what the hell are my videos? And then I realized, I was like, oh snap. But it is what it is. But let's get right to it. I just want to do a topic on studying real quick. You know why it's important? Because when you upload these videos, you gotta know what you're talking about. You just can't come and upload a video. You just can't do a show on whatever you want. I mean, you can't just do that. You gotta know what you're talking about and upload these videos to the internet. So let's get right to it. This is the book of 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 15. Study to show thyself approved unto the Most High. So you gotta study. You're not supposed to just wing it. Let me just do a video on this because I think it's a cool topic to do. And then you putting up a bunch of scriptures and you don't know how you breaking the scriptures down. You winging it. It's obvious you don't really know the breakdown of the scripture. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do videos like that. It looks like you don't know what you're talking about. You might be eager to do videos, but you gotta do something simple, man. Even sometimes if a brother do a video on current events, or you on current events, and then you brother going into the scriptures that don't got nothing to do with the topic, it's like you don't know what you're talking about. So you gotta actually like study to show yourself approved, man. Study to show thyself approved, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed. See, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed. A workman that needed not to be ashamed is a workman that studies their craft like a carpenter. He knows how to work the saw. He knows how to work a wet saw, a sawzall. He might have to use an actual saw. You never know. Maybe it's a certain angle he can't get with the sawzall, or with a grinder, he might have to use an actual saw, depending upon the angle. It's possible. You might have to do that. So you got to really study your craft. Meaning what? Rightly dividing the word of truth, meaning rightfully teaching the word as it is to be taught. That's how you rightfully divide the word of truth. By teaching the word rightly in the manner in which it should be taught. Teaching it righteously, teaching it skillfully, teaching it in the manner in which the scripture intends it to be taught. That's how you rightly divide the word of truth. Okay? So when you go into these scriptures, man, you got to really, pay attention. What I'm going to do is show on this. I got like 5 scriptures lined up. Let me see if this goes together. And sometimes you got to call somebody. You might have to call somebody. You just can't, be just doing videos. I ain't gonna lie. Throughout the years, I've seen videos that didn't make no sense, man. And I'm not trying to like belittle nobody. It's just the truth. You see certain videos, you're like, what the hell is this? This scripture don't even mean that. And then but the video gotta get taken down. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta really pay attention. Let's get that word so we can go into the scripture. We can find something rightly divided.
Strong's G 3718, orthotameo.
To cut straight to cut straight ways, to proceed on straight paths, hold a straight course, equivalent to doing right. To make straight and smooth, to handle aright, to teach the truth directly and correctly. There you go. That's how you rightly divide the word of truth. Even you read here, it says, what is intended here is not dividing scripture from scripture, but teaching scripture accurately. So that's how you. One second. So teaching the word accurately. That's how you rightfully divide the word of truth. So you got to break the scriptures down right. You got to break the scriptures down right. And sometimes you think you know a scripture, you don't really know know the scripture. That's why you got to bring line of precepts up to make sure everything comes together. You know? This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 15, verse 28. The heart of the righteous studieth to answer. See? The heart of the righteous studieth to answer. They're studying to answer a question. Whether it's a question being asked to them or a question they have in their own mind. But you got to study. You got to read. That's important. You got to read, man. You got to read. And this applies to me even more since I'm the one that's saying it. But you got to read. I'm saying? Sometimes, brothers might speak or brothers might, do a lesson and they don't really have an idea what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta correct them, or they do a video on something. They gotta take the video down because they broke the scripture down wrong, or you doing a 20-minute video, and in a 20-minute video you only bringing out two scriptures, and you rambling on for like 15 minutes. Like, that's not how you do a lesson. It's not how you do a lesson. If you're doing a video that's 10 minutes long, you can have 3-4 scriptures in there, because it takes time to break it down, of course. So it said, the heart of the righteous studieth to answer, but the mouth of the wicked poureth out evil things. That's self-explanatory. So a righteous person studieth to answer. A wicked person, they're going to pour out evil things. They're going to speak with that of their own heart, things that's unrighteous. So this is Revelation 1 and 3. It says, blessed is he that readeth. Right. He that readeth is blessed. So it said, blessed is he that readeth. So you're supposed to read. You're supposed to constantly be in these scriptures, man. That way you get you understand. You get a level of understanding. You can tell who's reading and who's not based upon how they speak. You know what I'm saying? Based upon how they speak, how they break scriptures down, how they do lessons. You can tell who's reading. You can tell who's not. It's one thing if you're in the camp 3-4 months and you don't really know anything. But if you're in this camp for a year or two, I don't want to hear nothing, man. The Most High don't want to hear nothing. If you've been in the camp for a year, you should. You're not gonna be as deep as somebody that's been in this thing 10 years plus. But you should have a certain level of understanding. You know what I'm saying? You should understand the basics, and you should know how to properly research and study the scriptures. I probably research and study the scriptures so you can break it down, scriptures down correctly, and do lessons. You got to know what you're talking about, man. So it says, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy. So they that hear the words of this prophecy. Now, I don't mean, oh look, we heard that God say a prophecy, we blessed. No, blessed is he that hear them that hear the words of this prophecy. Meaning what? The ones that hear this prophecy and accept it, whose ears can receive it through the Spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah. Those are the ones whose ears are blessed. Because a lot of people have heard us speak the words of this prophecy and have rejected it. And the reason why they rejected it is because the word of Yahweh Shemel Shah is not in them. The Spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah is not in them. You keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. So we got to keep these things, hold these things tight. The things that's written, for the time is at hand. Meaning what? The time is near. The time is close. Alright? The time is at hand. Meaning what? The time is near. Alright? Last scripture. 1 Peter 2 and 2. As newborn babes desire the sincere. Okay, number 1. Wherefore, laying aside all malice and all guile and hypocrisies and evil speakings, and hypocrisies and envies and evil speakings, and all evil speakings, as newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. So we grow by the sincere milk of the word, man. The milk is, the lesser breakdowns, the understanding that's not as deep, something that's not meat. It's called milk because a baby can consume milk. Meat is the deeper level of understanding the scriptures, because why? A baby can't chew meat because they don't have teeth. They have not yet grown and matured. So the meat represents the deeper understanding of the scriptures. The milk represents the more simple understanding. And you gotta get that milk, man. You stop trying to rush into deep breakdowns. You've been in the camp for 6 months. I want to know to break down the Revelations as a whole. You don't even know 5 color scriptures yet. I mean, come on. And you already want to go to Revelation and break down the whole thing. You got to grow into that. So just study. Line up precept. When you do these videos, make sure you know what you're talking about. You just can't just do any old video. You just can't do that. So with that, I'm gonna close. I'm gonna say, oh praise Yahweh, Shema Shah, double I, GMS, hope for the lunch, Shalom.